here's what me and my son do once a month. And he's making about $48,000 a year.
And just for reference here, this is your 11-year-old?
He's 12 now.
Okay. A 12-year-old kid who's just still doing, I don't want to say little league, because he's a lot better than that. I think he's not little anything. But your son is making how much?
About $48,000 a year, $4,000 a month.
At 12. Okay, let's go.
All right. So if he can do it, so what we do together is we go out and we go to estate sales and garage sales in affluent areas, right? You don't have to live there. They let people in because they want to sell shit. So we go right at the very beginning and we take an inventory of what we think is going to be worth the most money. So, someone's selling a 4-wheel and what we do is after we do our inventory and we get enough items is we go back home together and he looks up not only the value of what it is online, but how quickly it's selling. Right. So you could see like a buy now button, you could see what's selling there. Right. And when they're out of stock or whatever. And he goes on eBay and he goes on the Amazon. And so now we highlight the list of what things are selling for fast. And then we prioritize. And at the close of the garage sale or the estate sale, we take the last hour and we go to, it usually is about 5 locations. And we have approximately, 10 items that we're trying to buy. And we go at the end of this thing, after the person may have even rejected higher prices, and then the realization of rich people comes in, I call it. The realization of rich people is, I thought this shit was worth a lot more, whether they were offered anything or not, and now I got to put it back in my garage. And the truth is, I don't need the money, but I definitely don't want to put it back in my garage. And this is why you can't give away expensive shit on Craigslist, right? Well, the thing is, this allows us to do the due diligence of everything we buy, we know is going to sell. And we know what it's going to sell for because we've done our due diligence. And we had about 3 hours to do so from the time that we researched it to the time that we buy it. So then we go in with a perceived value and a bottom line of what we're willing to pay. And we go ahead and say, hey, I'll give you $1 for this. And the lady's like, but it's $500. Yeah, I understand. You go ahead and put it back in your garage, though, and, go ahead and give it away for free. Well, how about 100? Well, my son's only 12. He really only has $20. Does that sound fair? Oh, okay. Now, we know the market's 500. It might even be 1,000. It just depends. And so we go ahead and gather up to 10 items. We immediately go home, take pictures of them, list them. And within the time before we get to the next estate sale a month later, we are averaging over $4,000.